The dawn of a new age approaches, and we stand at the precipice. The unbridled power of nature awakens something within. Mysteries demand to be explored, and the results are not always what we expect. Creepy creatures, dangerous devices, precarious potions. Collaboratory Incorporated provides a shared laboratory space, which is the perfect home for you and your outlandish creations.
Where we at, Starla?
I don't know.
Where we at? We're in some kind of lab.
Once again,
what?
You got us into something.
How get us into this?
I don't know. We wound up in so many different places.
Who's that?
All
Who's
because
that?
of you.
What was that?
Mm-hmm. Probably one of the monsters you created.
Well, they said I could play around with some stuff.
And that's what you've been doing.
But he kind of looking at me now.
Yes, because he's your monster.
Huh?
Yes.
But I think he want to eat me.
Probably so.
No, don't eat.
Well, you maybe need to do a potion or something. To
I might need a potion. Yeah. But Starla, let's tell these folk who we are.
Well, for those of you who don't know, I'm Starla.
I'm Mik.
And we are Our Family Plays Games.
Yeah.
And welcome to our preview of Colab, published by Portal Dragon, designed by John Mietling and Jonathan Gilmour.
Yeah, now family, now this is a Kickstarter, so we play with a prototype, so things will change. So, hey, we want to let you know before we do anything in this preview, hey, look at it, research, check it out, because, you got to see if you like it or not. Don't take our word for it. Look at it. All right, so let's get to it. So now Starla's gonna tell us about the overview and gameplay. Before I get eaten. Before I get eaten. All right, Starla, let's hear it.
In Colab, you compete to gain the most renown through building a collection of devices, potions, and monsters. Each of these come with abilities and renown based on when and where they are added to your collection. To build your collection, you must put your minions to work gathering resources. Your minions will scale the towers to collect and gather, as well as bring valuable resources to the lab. However, your opponents can utilize the efforts of your minions and benefit from what they bring to the lab. Players build their collections until one player has built their 12th card, and the player with the most points wins. Dice are your main resource and are placed in one of two areas in front of you. Your bowl is where dice go once they are collected, spent, or discarded. Your pool is any dice you have outside of your bowl. Dice in your pool can be used as resources. On your turn, you must place a die from your pool in a minion and place that minion on an empty tower window on the board. When you do this, take one of the two resource actions listed on that tower. Then you must remove one of your other minions from a tower space. This action also takes one of the two sets of resource actions on its tower. Return the minion to your play area and add the die to your bowl. After you have placed a minion and retrieved a minion, the player then places their scientist on a new lab space. You may visit a lab occupied by another player's scientist. You may choose one of the following two actions to take at the lab you have placed your scientist in. Either build or collect.
All right.
Well, that tells you a little bit about this game and how it plays.
Now, the one thing I wanna say, because I haven't really seen it said much, but I really am appreciative of what the Portal Dragon did.
Yes.
They made this game very diverse.
Yes.
The player characters are very diverse, and we don't usually see that a lot.
We don't.
Because
we're happy
usually
that they took the initiative to do this.
because usually we're fighting over the one diverse character that's in a game.
Exactly. And then my color, green, happens to be a beautiful black scientist.
And then my character, the gold character, was a brother doing some stuff. stuff. I love that. So I really do appreciate that. Porter Dragon and what they did.
Yes, and I always love to play green. So to see her in green, and
Ivy. She was Ivy.
That's right. She's Ivy, and her minions are plants.
Yeah, and it's really cool. I like how, and it's really interesting how you have to put your dice into the minions and put on the board and use those minions
to activate different things.
Yeah, and that's real. And then the art is pretty.
What's really cool is that you can use somebody else's minion.
That is true. You can use everybody's minion to really, build your cards.
But it's a collab.
It's a collab.
It's a collab. You're all working together.
And you don't mind collabing.
Well, it's not that kind of collab.
Yeah, but you kind of co-oping a little.
Collab and co-op are different things.
That's true.
Me using your minion to get where I need to go, that's different.
And the art is really cool.
Yes.
It's really interesting. But the gameplay is really interesting because you're building up, the different sides where you're kind of upgrading, the collection action that you're doing to try to get more things that you can collect.
Yes. And the unique part is the minions, they actually climbing on windows and stuff, trying to find stuff for you.
Yeah.
So you can make other minions or make machines and make potions or whatever you're making.
And that'd be really cool. It'd be really interesting to see like a 3 or 4 player game where you can really use some resources and really use those minions, all over the place.
Now we enjoyed the 2-player.
The 2-player was good.
Yes, you're right. If we'd had 3 to 4 people, it was going to be some chaotic stuff going on. But fun.
It is fun. It's fun. And I really did. This is a family game. The rules are not that hard.
No, they're not that hard.
Not that hard.
I think it's just figuring out the mechanics. And of course, most of these games you have to figure out iconography.
Yes.
Once you understand iconography, then you're doing really well.
Yes.
But what I really enjoyed about it too were the miniatures.
Yes.
The miniatures just add another spark. Instead of just having, one little wooden little meeple, they gave you miniatures.
Big old miniatures.
Well, the little minions are small, but your scientists, they're substantial.
Yeah, they are.
And they've got lots of detail. So I really enjoyed that.
This is that was just a prototype. So I can just imagine what the Kickstarter is going to be.
Once it's done.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I can't wait.
And it's just, it's a really different, game.
It's different in the way it looks, the way the board is set up, the way it's got these different angles to it. It's not a straight, square board or rectangular board.
And then how you put a minion on to get resources, then you take a minion off and you get those resources so you can keep kind of going through your resources. You need resources to build those cards.
You need resources to fulfill the cards.
Yeah.
And also
then trigger stuff on the cards.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
there's a mechanic to it, there's a strategy to it, and they figured it all out and it all works well together.
Yeah, it's a really interesting game, and I can't wait to see the final product.
Me too.
Now Starla is going to tell us about how this game ends. All right, let's see. Oh, wait a minute. That monster keep looking at me, Starla.
You created him, so why are you worried? Just talk to him.
Stop. All right, Starla, tell us about how the game ends. Stop.
Players take turns in a clockwise fashion until a player has had a turn where they have built their 12th card. They may finish their turn and then each other player left in the round takes one more turn so that each player has had an equal number of turns. At this point, the game is over and scores are calculated. Add the points from the cards in your grid, your chosen in-game bonus cards, and the score track. The player with the most points wins. In case of a tie, the player with the fewest cards wins. If still tied, the player furthest from the start player wins.
Well, all right, that's how it ends, and that's the game. Now, family, again, this is a Kickstarter, so look into it, check it out, see what's going on, because again, don't take a word for it. Check it out and see if you like it, if your family like it, or your game group, or whoever might like it. So check it out. But I do want to say it's a very interesting game.
It's interesting.
It is very interesting.
It's diverse. It has a unique board set up. So it's just got some different elements that may be intriguing
and some
to you.
cool mechanisms with the little minions going back and forth and how you can use them. So it's a really interesting game. Now, Starla. That monster keep looking at me.
He's your monster, so why are you upset?
Because he gonna eat me.
Well, you shouldn't have created him.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you should create another one.
And eat him? No, I didn't say that. I like you. I like you. Oh, Lord. Okay, now, Starla, where in this crazy lab that we are stuck in can somebody or some folk find us and OFPG?
They may need to rescue us.
I know.
If you're looking for Our Family Plays Games, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, right here on YouTube.
Right here.
And if you're in Omaha, Nebraska,
local,
you can find us on Cox Channel 22. Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. and Tuesdays at 4:30 p.m.
All right, family. Now, comment, let us know what you think, see what's going on. We love hearing from you, love talking back to you. And also remember, be safe, and we always love you. Bye-bye now.